Boom, Struthiomimus. We have dinosaurs in our park. Hello everybody, Grizzly Gamer here, and welcome back to Jurassic World. Last time, we got to the point where we're almost about to progress onto the next island, and at some point in between... Oh wait, I'm launching up the wrong one. Okay, now we're back. Like I said, we were about to progress onto the next island when the last video left off. We were getting really close, and then the last few minutes of footage I wasn't able to get them to a point where I could actually, like, use them to make an entire video, because I didn't leave myself enough footage to actually do so. So, at this point, we actually have to get our star rating back up to 5 stars, so that we can move on. We do need to unlock the security center still. So yeah, we'll unlock the security center and then move on to the next one. Do I have the upgrade for the ranger station? The upgrade I'm thinking of, ranger team scheduling. Let me actually check the research for that real quick. Ranger team scheduling. I do. I should have gotten that a long time ago. So one of the other big things that I learned from working on the other videos, or editing the other videos that I made, is, my commentary needs a lot of work. Like, a lot of work. But that'll come with time, and I hope it's already gotten much better, especially after what I learned from that. So, the first thing that I learned was that a lot of times when things get more interesting for me, I talk less, so it becomes less interesting for you guys. And, you know, I'm recording this, and this is like an interactive experience, and it's for you guys more than me. And so, if I'm having fun, and I'm just kind of like, you know, whatever, kind of going through it, and, you know, saying you know a lot, essentially just, you know, using a lot of filler words and spacing out what I'm saying and not enunciating, then it's not as interesting and very hard to edit. Alright, cool. We're back up to 5 stars. Now I'm gonna grab another contract from security and see if it's something I can...
I like this contract.
3 Edmontosaurus eggs. Easy enough. Okay. I did end up actually having to cut out a lot of the stuff where I was, you know, getting contracts and filling them out and incubating new dinosaurs and that kind of stuff, because I wasn't doing anything else interesting. It was frustrating for me to edit, and it probably definitely did come across in at least the last video I put out. I feel like the first video did much better. I definitely did too long of a recording session for me to be able to actually keep up talking and, you know, being an entertaining commentator. I'm actually not sure if the incubating Edmontosaurus is going to be any faster than the no power outages one, but we'll see. Alright, so the ranger team is heading back to there. Do I have the research done? Hey, I do. Alright. So, ranger station. Now, this is something that I do personally. I'm not sure if it's actually effective or not, but I like putting just the ranger team scheduling on all of the upgrade slots. Because I just like to be able to go, okay, I need you to fill up all of the feeders in the park, and then not worry about it. Instead of having to go through and, okay, get this one, and this one, and then wait a little bit, and then tell them to get the next 3, and then the next 3, and so on and so forth. Because we had issues with this last time in this park, because we had to move a bunch of the Triceratops over here, because, you know, this enclosure was too crowded for them. Just like I tried to plan for at the start, but I said, screw it, I want Triceratops anyway, and now it's causing me issues later down the line. But because of that, I am coming through here, and I'm going to tranquilize and sell the two Edmontosauruses that I just made. Let's actually go ahead and get some more of the research done before we move on. We definitely want the success rate. And I can't get any of the extra dig teams or research teams until I move on to the next island. Which, as soon as we get this security contract done, we should be able to do. That's it for this island for now. Something I definitely want to do once we get all of the islands completed and 5-starred and we've got all the missions and everything for them done, I want to come back and completely flesh them out and put all the dinosaurs I wanted in there and get the multi-species enclosures finished and do some pertifying and that kind of stuff. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and move on to Isla Muerta. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and move over there, and I'll bring you guys back once we are there. Welcome to Isla Muerta.
Weren't enough to contend with. On this next island, Isla Muerta, you may have some meteorological events. You know, storms, extreme weather, that kind of thing from time to time.
Alright.
As you can see, the weather on this island can be temperamental.
So, first things first,
What to do is fix any damage this storm has caused.
let's see.
You should
We can
use a
repair that.
rescue team to get the power
We need to
operational.
repair the substation so that we can actually, set this guy
Emergency shelters when it's safe
to
do so.
queue up a whole bunch of stuff. There we go. Because, yeah, now the ranger station has power again. We fixed that. Need to fix that. Fix that. We're going to go ahead and put up a fossil center so that we can actually sell some of those fossils that we saved up in previous episodes and sell them and get that extra cash boost we need. I'm also going to go ahead and incubate a couple of Struthiomimus. So now that the weather's cleared up, we're going to come and close all of the shelters and release the Struthiomimus that we just incubated. So I'm going to call you Simon, and then the next one's name is going to be Stacy, I think. Sounds good, right? How are you doing? Yep. All of your comfort needs are met. Boom, Struthiomimus. We have dinosaurs in our park. So yeah, let's go ahead and pick up a contract. I think I'm going to start with entertainment again. Hopefully it doesn't end up like it did last time.
That might be worth your
Build, connect, and power an expedition center. Now we already need to upgrade our power station, so that's going to be fun. We're going to go ahead and dump improve output 1.0 on both of those slots. Are we making profit yet? We are. That's really great. I'm glad we were able to get that done so quickly. Alright, so that's done, and then the last thing that we need for operations is a ranger and ACU station. With how long this island is, because look, there's this area all the way down here, and there's that area, and then all the way up over here. That's a lot of space to cover. So I think temporarily I'm going to put our ACU right in this area, but I think I want to have a ranger station and an ACU on each end of the island. New research available. Let's go ahead and take a look at what we got. So we have heavy steel fences. We have viewing platforms. Awesome, but that's $2 million. That's a little bit of a ways off. So we can now unlock the monorail. Building upgrades. What do I need for another research? I need to complete the Isla Muerta science mission. Okay. Genetic research, we got a few new things, but nothing particularly interesting, and we're going to go ahead and start researching these medical treatments ASAP, because there is a mission that requires them later on this island. So, that's all done. A done deal. That's covering it. Are we really out of power already? I think we are actually out of power already. A new power station, we've got the ACU, we've got a few beginning dinosaurs. I think that might actually take our profit under... No, it doesn't. Not quite yet. Let's get another Struthi, and then we're going to get an Edmontosaurus. But we're actually going to modify this guy some. So let's put... Don't have any patterns for him. We'll put intensive repair, cardio strength. So Struthi number 3, and sadly the Edmontosaurus failed to finish incubating. So we're going to have to try... again with the Edmontosaurus. It's getting to the point soon where I'm going to have to start recycling names. But not quite yet. We're going to call you Picky. Because he's like a picky eater. Or a pecky eater, depending on how you look at it. Okay. Well, let's take a moment and do a little bit of park planning. So I usually end up using this whole area up here just for power stations. And a lot of times I'll, combine these two enclosures, but I don't think I'm going to do that this time. I'm going to leave this one for Struthis and Edmontosauruses and whatever new high population tolerance dinosaurs we get, and then over here I will do another enclosure like we had the Draco Rexes in on the last island. Right down here I think I want to do a fairly big enclosure for carnivores. So just right along this wall on the bottom part of this section of the island. That'll be all we plan out for now, and we'll look into the other areas when the time comes for it. We're gonna call you Cyan. We are losing money. Hopefully the Edmontosaurus should fix that. So our expedition team just got back, and we have some of the Ankylosaurus DNA. I'm actually going to send these guys back out after more Crytonosaurus so we can get that science mission complete. Because that's 200,000 more dollars, along with whatever we find to sell. So in this part of the enclosure, I'm going to go ahead and do what I was talking about. So we're going to put 2 Dracorex in there. Oh, never mind. Just 1 for right now. We can't actually release him yet, though. Because he needs a friend, so we're going to have to wait until we have enough money. That's a little bit awkward. In order to fix our money problem that we're currently having, this is, yeah, bad. I'm going to grab a new contract, and fingers crossed it's something easy enough to complete.
I'm doing what I can to
Monosaurus rating of at least 21.
to help the security division.
That requires money to incubate the dinosaur that we don't have. We are really broke. But yeah, other than that, the Edmontosaurus thing, we would have been able to do it already, but we already released our Edmontosaurus. We have a Dracorex ready, but we can't release him because he needs a buddy and he'll end up breaking out. Let's hope the Fossil Center's got something good for us. Ah, it does! Huge! That's awesome. And we should have enough DNA to get the Crytonosaurus from the science mission. That was... couldn't have asked for more. Here's the plan right now. I'm just going to smash out the science contracts and get my reputation up with them to the point where we can get the dig yield upgrade, because that helps so much on being able to raise money for your island. But as of right now, we haven't enough money to incubate a dinosaur, or incubate the Edmontosaurus to complete the science, to complete the security mission. And then we have enough money to incubate the other Dracorex that we need to give this guy a buddy. We got a lot of DNA off of that first Ankylosaurus run. We should be able to put an Ankylosaurus in here with the Dracorexes and Crytonosaurus pretty soon. We don't have enough money for a ground herbivore feeder. Alright, here we go. We have both of our Dracorexes ready to be released and go inhabit their new enclosure. And also, another fingers crossed moment that they raise our profit enough so that we can put a feeder in there for them relatively soon. Never mind, the Edmontosaurus should actually complete this contract and give us enough money to put a feeder in there for our Dracorexes. We're gonna call you... Orange. There we go.
Like some of our dinos, you have the instincts of a hunter. You see a target,
And that was more than enough money to put a herbivore feeder in this enclosure for our Dracorexes. Alright, we're gonna request a new science contract.
I know you're busy.
75,000
This
profit per
opportunity is
minute.
just too good
Oh,
to
I
pass
wish.
up.
We're gonna accept it anyway. So I'm at 51,000, so it's not awful, but I don't really have the money to incubate anything else to bring it up any higher. We'll get that one done at some point in the near future. I think the next expansion that we're going to do after we get the Crytonosaurus, Dracorex, and Ankylosaur enclosure done is I want to do a carnivore enclosure, because we just unlocked the Velociraptor and the Dilophosaurus. Now, the Dilophosaurus would be able to go in with the antisocial dinosaur enclosure, but A, they're antisocial, and B, they would eat the Dracorexes. So we're going to go after the Velociraptors right now, because you can put the Velociraptors in with the Ceratosaurus, and they'll cohabitate fairly well. Assuming that you give the raptors a separate place to eat and a separate place to drink, because otherwise the Ceratosaurs will keep on scaring them away and they will die. And now we have a pair of Crytonosauruses going. So that should help with the park rating and the income a bunch. But according to the little tooltips thing, it was telling me I needed more hotels. But those things are expensive, at least for us right now, like $750,000. Here's our first Velociraptor DNA extraction. So that should make a huge dent in our progress towards getting the raptors. And insufficient funds again. Anyway, once we have money, I'm going to put the carnivore enclosure in this area. So it's still fairly close to the ACU, because they're raptors, and I don't think that they're actually going to deal well with being enclosed. Either way, we now have our Crytonosaurus is ready. So hopefully that should increase the number of guests and increase the revenue from our park. I'm gonna call you Cricket. And I don't really know what to call you. Actually, how about this? I haven't done this so far. If you guys have a name suggestion for any of our unnamed dinosaurs, or if I forgot to name one and you have a name for it, then just let me know, like what the dinosaur's number was or whatever, and what you want me to call them. Hey, we got that contract completed. Let's go ahead and request another one. We're getting another science one, because I really want to get that.
I really like this one.
I'll accept that for now, but we're not going to be able to do it for a while, because if I'm not mistaken, that's the final reward for unlocking all of the security stuff. We might be able to go ahead and unlock the toy shop from entertainment, though. For right now, the plan as far as reputation unlocks go is I'm going to stick through with science and get all the way up to Dig Yield, and we'll start the mission, the cure mission, because that one's a fairly easy one to complete. We will need to make a separate enclosure for the carnivore that we have to cure, and then we're probably going to go after security to unlock the baryonyx and the medium power station, because the medium power station is so much more efficient as far as, like space taken up to make power. And then we'll go on to entertainment, because entertainment, it's got the research speed upgrade, which I do use a whole lot, but we don't really need it right now. We really do need the 5-star rating to get the extra dig team, though, because that's wonderful to have. And the Styracosaurus actually does go really well into an enclosure with Sinoceratops, so we'll have to make them their own enclosure to rock around in. So time for another, hopefully easier science contract.
Hello.
I'm sure that's probably the easiest one we could have got. Perfect. I'm very glad we got that. We're doing a little bit better on money now. I think I want to save up and get a hotel. We are going to put some restaurants in. That's the wrong place. Alright, so we're going to need a fast food restaurant. Can I fit one right there? Yeah. Now we can have hotels up here on that hill, so it'll still all be close. And then we can put a gift shop on the other side, just like that. So both of those are done, and I just realized how awesomely easy that contract we got from Science was, because we don't even have any carnivores right now that could kill anybody, so it's a guaranteed success. All we have to do is wait. And we just got another platinum. And we're getting Ankylosaurus DNA. But things are actually going much better than they were when we started. Much, much better. Contract numero 3.
I'd like to make you an
Storm
offer
defense
you
coverage on
can't
this
refuse.
island to 60%.
I mean, you can, of course.
How much do the storm defense stations cost? Only 100,000, so that's not terribly bad. And we can make the Ankylosaurus. So I think actually just putting one station right there should get us well above 60%. So that was also another super easy contract to complete. I think we have enough money to incubate an Ankylosaurus. But first things first, I'm going to put a whole bunch of the success rate mods onto this Hammond Creation Lab, just so that we can get him surefire, get him done. Another super easy contract from security, because we're doing this anyway. Those are my favorite contracts to get. The ones where it's just like, hey, you should do this thing that you just happen to be already doing. So all you have to do is keep on doing that, and then you'll get a free contract success. And a free few $1,000s. Like, yes, please, sign me right up.
Harm's way.
So we're not actually going to upcharge them that much. Right there seems good. Alright, now we got to do the same thing. Oh, cool. I didn't even realize we could play that. We're going to up the stuff on this one as well. We're just going to take the guest count down to... There we go. Wow, we're making a ton of profit off of these guys. And our Ankylosaurus is ready. These guys are really, really cool dinos. So pretty. Of course, they are not my favorite dinosaur of all times. Actually, how about this? Why don't you guys also leave your guesses for what my favorite dinosaur is in the comments below. So I'm actually going to call this guy what I usually call my first Anki in all of my ARC series, which is Spikebeard. I don't even know where I came up with the name. Oh, we gotta open up our emergency shelter. And the storm has passed. And so, with all of the basics in place and our income finally stabilized, that's where I'm going to call this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.